more very dreadful. Today I have basically a list I net decked, but I changed some things around. I think this is a pretty cool list. Big shout out to, let me check the name, Smokeage for the idea, I guess. So this is a red deck wins that uses some artifact synergies to great effect, especially using cards like Shrapnel Blast to sacrifice an artifact that deals 5 damage, and Galvanic Blast that if you have Metalcraft it deals 4 damage instead of 2. So these are really like shock base level, and if you have Metalcraft then it's 4 damage, which is amazing. We also use to great effects some good creature lands, right? And we can use also Astrolabe, which works well with Shrapnel Blast and Galvanic Blast. So that helps us fix for some minor effects. For example, Scrappy Scrounger and Nihil Spellbomb in the sideboard. We can also put like if artifacts are very predominant in the meta, you might use Ancient Grudge instead of Smash to Smithereens. I choose to use Smash because it burns to the opponent, but if you need the Ancient Grudge, you can play it because Astrolabe really helps on that. But basically the idea is that we play some cheap creatures like Stormkirk Noble, this pretty good threat on turn 1. This is not a great top deck, but you're not really maximizing for the top deck in these kind of decks. Surgo, which is just amazing. I think one of the best 1-drops in red this season. The problem is it's legendary, so you can't really play 4 and be happy with that. Gingerbrute, which is fine, it's a 1-mana 1/1. It has haste and it can be blocked sometimes, so that can be useful. In some decks you may be able to just champ block and sacrifice it for life, but here we want to be attacking all the time. I said Golem, which is just a 1-mana 2/2, that's awesome. In this 2-drops we have Scrounger, which is a fine resilient threat. It's also a 3/2 for 2, which is again especially good. Lost some Blood, which is it's annoying, but it's a really good addition to the deck, since again we are very aggressive, we have a lot of reach, so having creatures that just recur and make our opponent answer that, and that may be able for us to really put them low on life and then kill them. Abbot of Kerkeep, this is Keral Keep, sorry. This is a really good threat. 2/1 prowess is already fine, and if you play like on a 3-drop slot, then it can do some card advantage, since when it enters you exile the top card of your library and you may play that card. That counts lands, so you normally want to play it on turn 3. So if you exile a 1-drop or a land, you can play that. And Annex, which again is a bit of a resiliency. It doesn't grow that much. It's more than anything going to be like a 2/3, but makes so if any of our creatures die, we get a 1/1, which can be good against Wraths, which is something that I'm expecting. So we have a lot of resiliency against Wraths. We also have like a lot of reach, so maybe turn 4 Wrath is not good enough. And then in the burn spells, we also have Chain Lightning, which rounds up our burn package. And in the land slot, we have a lot of Snow Mountains, so we can play Icy Golem, Astrolabe, and Frostwalk Bastion. So this is a nice creature that can also play a lot of our creatures, so it's really strong. We also have Mishra's Factory, which is another great threat in the late game. So this is going to be like a deck that really stomps on Rats. I think we have a lot of resiliency against that. Then in the cyber slot we have Harsh Mentor, which is kind of weird, but it's useful against some creatures and some strategies. For example, if we are in the mirror, then every time our opponent activates a Mishra's Factory, for example, they are going to take 2. There are other things that this also stops, like I don't know, Devoted Druid and things like that. With Flare, which is a great Drake against the mirror. Scout Clan Berserker, which again, this can be useful in the mirror, but it's mostly against some blue decks that play a lot of non-creatures. If they tap out for something that we can untap, play this, hit them, renown it right away, and then they can't really play much stuff, or they're going to die. And they need to answer this, so they are going to eventually have to do that. Experimental Frenzy, which is a great late game card. Curse Scroll, again, similar to Experimental Frenzy, great in the later parts of the game when we don't have much cards. Not great in tandem, so you want to bring one or the other, I think. Smash to Smithereens, we talked about this. Great artifact. Hate, that also furthers our game plan of burning our opponent out. And Nihil Spellbomb, which is good against cycling and some reanimator strategies. And we can play the black sometimes. You could play Tormund Script here, but I think the difference is that normally you don't really mind paying one, but yeah, that's something to change basically. So yeah, we are going to be playing with this list and see what works, what doesn't. Some cards I'm iffy about. Nihil Spellbomb I think might not be great. Maybe it's better to play Tormund Script, but I like to play this when we can pay the black mana. Out of Kharkiv, I'm not sure if it's great, and Anax, I think it's not going to be a great threat. It's going to be more of a resilience thing, so maybe it's not that awesome. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to cut it all together and play more of these. So I'm going to buy a couple of these so I can add them to the deck as my 3-drop of choice. And yeah, basically this is going to be a bit bigger than Annex, and it's going to draw us a card, so it's more or less the same thing. Yeah, that's more or less the idea. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the games. Alright, yep. So here is Timmy Taplands. I think I saw their name. I don't really remember what they were playing, but happy to be on the play here. So this is a one and hand that it's functional, but we are basically playing with these 3 cards, and these are shocks and these are dead, so I think I'm going to mulligan. This is much better. So we're going to keep and send a land into the bottom. Yeah. And let's just play the nice Head Golem. So a brief introduction about myself. The previous season I was playing Burn. I played that on basically Red the Wind, sorry. And I would play that in the PD 500 and did reasonably well. Ended up second, so that was awesome. And yeah, basically I think it's a great deck, so they can't really activate this. So I'm going to attack, then play the Scrap Heap. Yeah. So I had with that deck a 92% win rate, which is incredible. Of course, I didn't play like 100 matches. I played like 3 back-to-back-to-back 5-0s. And well, I was very hyped for that deck, and I wanted to play something similar this go round, but sadly I wasn't able to. Didn't really find the pieces. Like most of the great 1-drops kind of rotated out, so that's not great. Okay, so here I could activate Mishra's Factory, kill the Mem Knight. Do I care about the Mem Knight? Don't think so, because yeah, they can equip this, but this is hitting for like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm hitting for 5, 6, 7, and I have like 7 plus 5, 12, so we have 19 damage on board. So yeah, I think I'm going to activate this, attack all, and Galvanic Blast their face. I think that's my plan here. Disregarding whatever they are doing, I'm just going for full burn mode. They can chump block and that's fine. And they take it all. And I will Galvanic Blast. That deals 4 damage because we have the Mishra's Factory activated. Now next turn we can do Shrapnel Blast plus Channel and don't even need to attack. Ravager, that's fine. They tap out, they are basically dead. They don't even attack, that's fine. So now we just Shrapnel Blast, sacrifice Scrounger, Chain Lightning. Done. So that's basically what we were trying to do. It was on the mulligan, but we had to use most of our cards. But yeah, when your cards trade for like 5 damage, that's amazing. So obviously we want Smash to Smithereens. I think Harsh Mentor stops some stuff. Sadly, Whip Flare doesn't do much. So basically this all in for sure. And now we need to check out what we need to remove. So let me check real quick. What does this deck play? So this would be like, oh yeah, they had a 5-0 recently, probably the same deck, right? Check I'm recording. Yeah. So yeah, the hash mentors really do work here. They stop or they punish for cranial plating the creature lands and like, well, not much else really. Gingerbread, I guess. In the sideboard they have this. I don't think they, well, maybe this is a tapper. Maybe they want a tapper. Oh, probably the Basilisk color. Yeah. So I want, oh, sorry about that. So I want all of these for sure. And now we need to see what to remove. I'm not really sure about this because Stormcreep Noble can be stopped like with one Ornithopter, but they only play one. I think I want all my burn. I think the best way to win this match is by playing as we did, like just early damage, then kill them. We don't have any way of answering Soul Artifact, so except like player removal. So I think we play like this, remove some, yeah, some abbots. I guess this is like the worst card, and may want scrap heap. Basically want to be very aggressive. I think his Harsh Mentor does something, so I want to play that. And yeah, we just try to kill them as fast as possible. We're on the draw, sadly, but yeah, we want to be doing damage. Okay, so we have some creature lands. We have the Smash to Smithereens, so I'm going to keep. Oh, nice Mishra Factory. Should try to get some of those. Looks very cool. Okay, Gingerbread. Welding Jar. That's kind of annoying. I can play the Ice Hide Golem. Also, I can just play Surgo. Yeah, I think I prefer to play Surgo. In case they have removal, I prefer them removing the Surgo since it's almost strictly worse than Ice Hide Golem when on the battlefield. Yeah. Another Gingerbread. Okay. Centaurk. Sure. Okay, at least they don't attack. Now, we can play Gingerbread, which trades for any of those cards, an Ice Head Golem, which blocks. Sadly, Smash to Smithereens doesn't do much as of now. Yeah, I think I want to play the Mishra's Factory so it can block as a 3/3 and play these two. Oh wait, am I going to attack here? Yeah, I think so because I'm going to have an Ice Head Golem. But I can also attack with a Brute. Yeah. Basically, this Welding Jar is going to trade with something, so better force the trade now. It's fine. Now we play the Golem. Yeah, they can tap it, but that's fine. If they tap it aggressively, then they can't really tap out defensively. Okay. Now, oh, they are going to tap a land or something. Oh, they're going to do it now. Okay. Shrapnel Blast is not bad. So do I want to attack with the factory or do I want to develop my board? How much burn do I have? I have like 3, 8. So I attack, they don't have good blocks, so that's 4, but they might have removal. I think they are mono blue, so mono blue doesn't have removal, but an unsummon really stops me from developing. I think I want to develop now. Yeah. So let's play the factory attack. And this Scrounger, as of now at least, it attacks very well, so that's good. Did he have a counter spell? Sure. For now we can't really flash it back, but soon enough we'll find some black mana. Okay, is this a big creature? Yeah. We can kill that by sacrificing something. We can also just... Okay, so... Nice, that's a good draw. That's a good draw. Sadly we don't have much red mana. So my idea was to try to destroy this with the Smash to Smithereens, and they can use the Welding Jar to regenerate it, but that taps it. So I think I'm going to just go to... No, if I go to attack, they can tap my mountain. Yeah, I'm going to just play this. If they want to tap something, they need to do it now. Funny that Timmy Uplands is tapping my lands. Harsh Mentor is really does good stuff against them, I think. I think it's very strong. Okay, tap my creature now, of course. Play this and pass. Now next turn we can try to smash their Master of Ethereum. They can regenerate it by paying life, basically. Oh, they go attacking, that's interesting. Maybe they have another one. That would suck. Oh, of course, this can't really block big creatures, I forgot about that. Okay. So we go to attacks first. Let's see what happens. I will offer trades here. Not with the mentor because I really like my mentor. And I will not attack with the factory since I can continue developing with the Scrounger. What's this? I forgot about that. Huh. So now I can use the smash. They can regenerate it, but that removes it from combat and they take more damage. Yep, I think I like that. Yeah, they take more damage. They regenerate it, they still take the damage, and the creature gets tapped. And that means they don't have good blocks now. Or, well, they can block with the brute. Okay. Wait. Oh, the Master of Ethereum is a 4/4 now. So they have like 4, 7, and they don't have cards in hand. I think I just want to play my creature then. Now we probably just, yeah, we have lethal by activating the factory, for example, attacking with that and having Sharpen of Glass post combat. They have 3 blockers if nothing happens. And if they activate the factory, then they take damage. If they tap my creatures, they take damage. Yeah. GG's. So wow, that Harsh Mentor was awesome that match. Yeah, I really like that. That's nice tech. Let's go to the next match. Oops, sorry, I forgot I wasn't recording. So we are against the same person. They drop and rejoin. So this is match number 2. GG's. Okay. Oh, so they concede the match, so I don't think that counts. Never mind then. Let's go to the next match. Oh, okay, sorry about that hiccup. This is the match number 2 against Shaketh or whatever. Let's be on play and say good luck. And this is an interesting hand. I will keep. We have a really good sequence of 1-drop, 1-drop, 1-drop into a bot, which is exactly what you want to see. Let's just hope my opponent is not on rats, basically. So one of the strengths of Red Deck Wins is that most of your threats are very cheap. So that means that if my opponent is playing cards like removal spells and such, then they need to normally spend more mana than the threat is cost. So that's kind of cool. I really don't know what they are playing here. Playing Sinister Astrolabe could be either like control or something like that. I think my best bet is still to play both Stormkirk Nobles. It's very rare that cards like Pyroclasm are main decked. It may happen, but I don't think it's very common. Oh, okay, so this is the Wargorshel Dragon combo. They use Professor of Symbiology to basically either tutor a silver bullet or as a discard outlet, since learn helps you also just discard a card on your hand. And here I think I first play a lot of Kirkkeep, so if I flip Chain Lightning, I prefer to use it here to keep my threats alive. If I flip a land, I prefer to play it, of course. That doesn't really help. Let's just attack for a bunch. They can trade with a 2/2, but we keep another couple of 2/2s. Next turn we can play the Scrounger, set up for a Shrapnel Blast. Let's see what happens. If they can't really answer the board, then they are in trouble. Another option we had last turn was to attack with 1/1s, but that ends up with the same board, I think. So it's kind of the same thing. Canopy Vista, okay, they might have it. It's a fast combo deck and we don't have much answers to it. Let's see what they find. Okay, that's good for us. That means they didn't discard a dragon. If they found the dragon, we are kind of screwed, honestly. Well, they need to have the dragon and the animate dead. So if you don't know how the combo works, they discard Wargorshel Dragon, which it's a dragon that when it enters the battlefield exiles all your permanents, and when it leaves the battlefield, you get all your permanents back. So with Astrolabe, basically they drew all their deck, and then they eventually find a win condition. Doesn't really matter. Abundant Growth also works as a way of drawing extra cards. Yep. So I think I just swing. They probably trade with one of my threats. They are more or less the same on the same power level now. if they block Abbott, then I have two 3/3s. This way I have a 3/3 and a 2/1, and I can play these two. And probably next turn we have lethal, right? It's like 5 plus another 5. That's 10 plus 5, that's 15. We have the Scrounger to sack. So let's just hope they don't get it. Okay. Do they get it? Seems like they do not. What did they? Oh, they kept the Professor of Symbology. And they only keep like creatures and enchantments, so that was the only hit. They already played the land, so they can really go like Astrolabe into something. They can play that. Honestly, them using the learn ability to put cards in their hand was kind of incorrect, because a 2/1 is not really enough. Okay, so yeah, we played that. Attack all, they block 3 damage, they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Sorry, and I have one more, so that's enough. So the most they can block is 3 damage, and if they block the Scrounger, I can sacrifice it to trigger Prowess 2. Let's see. They can block here too, but I think they just block here. Oh, they blocked there. So that's 4 plus 5, 9, so they go to 4. Now we just get Gingerbread to their face. So they had a couple of turns where they were like one top deck away from winning, which is very, very scary. Now we have Nihil Spellbombs. These are great. Let's see. The Berserker is kind of fine, but at the same time it's kind of the... I don't think Smash is worth it. I think I just want this and remove like Abbots. Or maybe I prefer the Abbots over the Scroungers. What I'm thinking now is that I could be playing Smash the Smithereens to destroy some stuff, right? Like the Astrolabe, that's all. Which is more or less effective because they are like a 4 or 5 color deck, but at the same time they also have other ways of fixing. The Berserker is nice. I prefer a couple of Berserkers over like Abbots. At that point I'm going to play more of them. The Scrounger is necessary in the sense that it's an artifact creature, but we have so much artifacts, should be fine. Okay, this hand is garbage. We have 2 blanks, sorry, 3 blanks. Yeah, now this is a mulligan. If this was a snow cover land, I would keep this, I think. As is, I can't really keep this. Okay, this is better. I will keep. I'll send something to the bottom. Let's see. I think I prefer to send the Gingerbread to the bottom. I can start with the Nihil Spellbomb into Scrounger, and I think that's a better... well, the thing is, they have a lot of 2/1s. Yeah, I think I prefer like this. It's close though. You could make a case for either. Okay, they started with the Astrolabe, which is their ideal start. The mulligan also, right? The mulligan to 6. and they start with 6 also, so we are even on cards. Good to know. A sweet trick you can do is sacrifice the spell bomb to the Shrapnel Blast, and you can actually pay the black to draw a card, which is mind-blowing. Not really needed, honestly. What's this? Okay, the disenchant. It's totally fine. I think I'll just take it slow and pass. Mostly because I also have like the Scrounger, which is not great against the Professor. And I think the way we use the Containment Breach, I can use it, the Spell Bomb to the Shrapnel Blast too. Okay, they will not use the Disenchant now. But now I can at least Scab Clan Berserker and hit them. Have a 3-3. They could have like this figure. I don't know if they play that, I don't think so. Okay, now we have a 3-3 that can attack through the Professor. Okay. At least I can fizzle the Containment Breach. Here I have to sacrifice, otherwise they get a pest. Let's see if they attack. They do not. Okay. Then I could play Chain Lightning here, attack with both. That really puts pressure on them. Otherwise I could play like Scrap Heap, shoot them. No, not really. I think I just do this then. Just put the most pressure possible. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Let's see if should be here. So yeah. Sorry, I want to check the list. I don't really remember what they play normally in the sideboard. Okay, so at least this list doesn't have that much. It's mono red. It's true that they seem to have like a good matchup, but if they have like a Wrath, then this play is not that great. At least they also take 4 from any spell they cast, so I think it's good to be playing this. I'll pass the turn. Okay. They have 2 dragons. So if they reanimate the dragon, I don't really remember what's their win condition. But if they don't gain life in the meantime, then they are in trouble. Any spell they cast after this one is death. And this is non-creature, not... Yeah, that's such a beating. So they can actually blink and draw their whole deck. And then they can stop the combo by reanimating the Professor of Symbiology and then cast the win condition, which I think it's the Balakut Invoker, in which case we are dead. But if they have another win condition, at least this list only plays that. So yeah, I'll pause this for now. This will take a bit, so see you now in a couple of minutes, I guess. Alrighty, coming back. Yeah, indeed, they had the the Balakut Invoker, and I got to think, maybe, just maybe, this is good enough. What do you think? I think I'm going to put them in. That means that if we are ahead on life, enough ahead on life, then they can't really do much. And I think that's a good plan. Yeah. I don't know if I want the Scrounger or the Abbot. Both are kind of medium. I'm going to keep the Scrap Heap since we can sacrifice it. And submit. So yeah, Hash Mentor doesn't stop most of their stuff, but does stop the final combo piece. Right. They can They can first start by killing the mentor, but that means they basically it's a 2/2 that hits them for 2 at least. So that's good enough, I think, or at least better enough to keep it. Okay, this is a fine hand. I will start with the noble. We're on the play, so that means that before they have a blocker, this might be already be a 2/2. We can use the chain lightning to remove one blocker, and we will be in a good spot. Next turn we can actually play both of our our 1-drops. Okay, swing. Put a counter Eno here. And yeah, let's just play creatures. Then next turn we can kill the blocker if they have. So the fastest they can go off is turn 3, so we want to be really, really aggressive. And having 3 1-drops in our starting hand is like a good spot to be in. Okay, Sacred Finder basically gains them 2 life, which is fine. They put a land into their hand, yeah, and a dragon into their graveyard, so they are basically good off. But also they don't have a cantrip, so reanimating here will only kneel their entire deck, not do anything else. I will just attack. Yeah, they snap off that block. That's okay. We have 2 artifacts, so I think I'll save my Galvanic Blast in case we draw another artifact. So it's 4 damage instead of 2. Okay, they have a Swamp in their hand, they use that. Nice, nice. They play Abundant Growth, so now they do have a cantrip. So if they have a Reanimate, here we are dead basically. They do not. That's good for us. That's good for us. See what they go fetch. Academic Probation. That doesn't do much, I think. Okay. Just play this chain lightning here. Activate my factory and attack. I don't think they have their animate, otherwise they would have gone for it. And now they are the next turn, right? We also have a shock in hand, in case they go for blockers. If they have their reanimate here, we're dead. I don't think we can do much about that. Ah, they do have it. So they drew it? I guess. Can we do something about this? I don't really know. Let's see. I don't really remember if Abundant Growth works with a dragon. I want to see how it works too. So it enters the battlefield, but it enters at the same time as other spells. So yeah, I think this is GG. They don't have red mana yet. Of course, they can untap, play an Astrolabe. So if their last card is if the last card in their deck is the Invoker, then they die. It's interesting. So yeah, I think we have an out, which is their deck is stacked in our favor. So I'm going to play around it. So again, I'm going to pause and return when this nonsense stops. Okay, I came back. So yeah, they had Valakut Invoker, they discarded it to Frantic Search, so that's good enough for me. Let's concede. Sorry to make the opponent play out, but again, we had an out, which was them having this literally on the bottom of the library. They showed me that, so that's fine enough for me. Let's go to the next match. Alrighty, match number 3 against Duke of Oregon. Let's see what fun. Let's be on play. This is a fine hand. We have a couple of good threats. Chain Lightnings. Just hope they are on some mid-range build with we can prey on or something like that, and not combo decks that we can't really interact with. We were so close to winning that match too. I think they top decked the last turn their win condition, which was kind of rough for us, but at the same time it's fine. Oh, post. This sucks, especially if they start with post. Does it matter? I think it's the same thing, so let's play this. Swing. We can attack for 2, 5, 7. We have 6 damage, so that's 13 damage. We are not that far away from having a good clock. Luckily for us, they don't have another post as of yet. And remember that the post deck also plays how's it called? Glimmer post, which gains life. So that's rough for us. Yep. We will activate Nature's Factory. Activate and hit them for a bunch. So I think this is Green Post, which plays like a 1-card combo deck, since it uses like Tooth and Nail. They don't win the game outright, I don't think, but they do get like they blow up all your lands or stuff like that. So they get like the Rastodon, something that deals 3 damage to each creature. That's just good enough to clean basically all of our permanents. So we'd rather not see that. Here I can only activate one of my lands. Let's see. I can activate Mishra's Factory and do like 2 Chain Lightnings. That's 2, 6, 9. Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay. I like to do like this math, these math operations like really slow. Take it slow and really count the mana. Otherwise, you can die to yourself, and that's the worst kind of feeling. So yeah, that was good enough. Let's see. Against this deck, it's kind of difficult. We don't have much, honestly. I think we just run it back. That kind of sucks. I always need to check the lists to see if Harsh Mentor does something. So green, no, how's it called? Post. Go post. Just search for a card, I guess. And this is Dice Factory now. Cogmad, I think, is the deck. I lost against this the other day. Oh, yeah, I lost. So they play like Prophetic Prism, Seagull's Crying, this, nothing here. Well, the Coalition Relic is an activated ability they can't really use. And that's it. Ugh. Oh, Mystifying Maze also. Seed Wreckage, Ursa's Factory. I guess. What do they have against us? Oh, they also have a lot of artifacts, so I think that Smash the Smithereens is good. Yeah, that makes sense. So all of these here, and now oh, they have Platinum Angel. If they go for that, Fracturing Gust, ugh, that's awful against us. It really does a lot of work. So I think I want all of these, and as always, we are the aggressor here. I don't want to grind. I'll take out my creatures that don't do much, and probably just like so. I think Abbott at least is very proactive, and Scrounger can just get killed by random artifact hate they might have. Okay, we have turn 1 Stormkirk, turn 2 like Golem Pass. Ugh. Still fine though. And we have a lot of reach. Kipu. So let's see, they mulligan to 6. Okay. They find a Glimmer Post, which is great against us. Another one of those, that's not great. Because we don't have 3 artifacts yet. If they play the Glimmer Post, that's great news for us. They normally want to sandbag these until they have a lot of claw posts. They play that, that's good news. Sylvan's crying, and they get a claw post, of course. Nice. Well, at least we have a good next turn play. Sadly, this is very mana inefficient, but at the same time I don't want to lose value here by playing the Abbot and not using the exile part of it. And that's the problem I have with Abbot. It's really a 3-drop and not a 2-drop. But at the same time, if we had like Ash Select, we couldn't be able to cast, and Viashino Pyromancer or some other 2-mana creature would be more or less the same thing as just playing Icehead Golem, so I think it's fine. Okay, they find another post, so they have 3 posts now. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright, so let's play this, exile the top card. Can't really play that. Just attack. Okay. So we want another artifact, so our Galvanic Blasts are on. Hour of Promise, this is awful. Really, really awful. We play the post. Yeah. That's 5, 10, 13, 14 mana. That's so much. What's my out? Let's see, they are 26. My out is they don't have a win condition in hand. I think that's my only out. Let's play this. Let's just, yeah, play the Astro. At least triggers, so it's 1 damage. We draw a card, Mentor, that's whatever. Okay, at least we are putting some pressure and we have a lot of reach in our hand. Let's see if they have it. Seems like Primal Command. Yeah, so it gains 7 life, they tutor a creature. Let's see what they tutor for. They gain so much life this game, kind of incredible. Duplicant, so they can duplicant, exile something here. 2, 7, yeah, that's good enough. Duplicant, exiling, probably, yeah, that thing. He said This is not optional, so that's a 1/1. Okay. Now we do have Metalcraft, so we can activate Factory. Activate Factory attack with all. If they block a Abbot, we can shoot them in the face. I think that's fine. They probably will block the Abbot. And we will shoot their face. They go to 21. They take 7 more. They lose their creature. And next turn we can shoot up to, with some luck, 9 damage. So we are actually continuing to present lethal. Kind of, more or less. So let's see, red mana. Okay, I'm scared. I have no idea what this is. Exile all lands. Sure. But that's a 4/2. Oh, I see. If this gets killed, all the cards return and they gain so much life. They gain 1, 2. They have 3 Glimmer Posts and they gain like 15 damage, 15 life. So we just pass, and we will try to just burn them out straight up. They didn't even tap the relic, or it was tapped probably. So yeah, they shouldn't be attacking here. Okay, we continue to not draw lands. Let's see, we have 3 lands under that, so if this return untapped, right? No, they return tapped. That's so annoying. That's really, really annoying. Because if they enter untapped, we could try to just kill them with the triggers on the stack, but we really can't. So okay, just discard the Abbot. We have all the bolts, so when we draw our mountains, we will be in good shape. We also have the Astrolabe to use it as a filter if we draw non-mountains. Nice. So what do we do? I think just chain lightning face. The problem is if we chain lightning face, they can copy it and shoot their own Realm Racer. It's super bad for us. So yeah, just pass. If they tap their Coalition Relic, then I will use it, but they will not, of course. Let's see, we have 4 mana here. So yeah, if they shoot their own Realm Racer, then they have all the mana in the world, and they gain like 15 life or something, and we can't really beat that. So we can beat 14 life. I'm debating whether I want to use the Galvanic Blast or not. End of turn. We will see. Okay. 2 mana, Prophetic Prison. Okay. I think I will. I have too many cards in my hand. Okay, we're in the same spot. They have 2 mana, so we can't really do that. We could, right? They go up to 9, then they kill their own thing. We attack 4, not enough. And yeah, we're in the same spot as before, we just pass. And we have the Shrapnel Blast, so if we have enough time, we will have enough damage throughput to kill them. This is really uncomfortable, having this Ram Racer in the battlefield. Okay. Glimmer Post, of course. Again, 1 life. So now I will not use the Galvanic Blast, I don't think. Summit is good. We can also attack with all of these, kill the one that's being blocked. How do we feel about that? That's a bit better, right? Yeah, block there, Galvanic Blast it, and that hits for 5, which is more. Now we can pass. Now they are at 8, so any land is enough for lethal. The other option was to play the Harsh Mentor and try to set up for that, but I think that's really what I want to be doing. Is this the Gust? If it's Gust, it's really bad for us. They gain so much life. They kill my creatures. No, Primal Command, okay. It's again pretty bad, but at least we have board. Caldera Hylian, okay. Land. So yeah, we just shoot their face. We go to 12. This deals 3 damage to each creature, so they will get their lands back. At least they are going to be tapped. So I don't want to be playing more creatures. I think I just pass. Yeah. Do they have enough? Yeah, that's 5 mana. They do have enough mana, I think. Oh wait, they need to top deck a land. It's interesting. Another Coalition Relic. Now we can sack this. I think that's lethal, right? Yeah. They can copy with the Round Riser. But I think first they take the damage, then they copy. Yeah. So the triggers go into the stack and they die. I think so. Yeah. So I thought, yeah, GG's. That was a great match actually. Very close. This Ram Racer was a problem to say the least. And if they top deck their land and they just do this, I don't think I can win. So it was really close. Let's go to the next match. Alrighty, match number 4, I would say, against Chase Abertwin. Think I pronounced the name correctly. I've seen this player play before. I don't remember exactly what they were playing though. Yeah, this kind of fine. Say good luck hand to my opponent and keep this 7. This is like a bit slow, but we have a redraw with Arkham's Astrolabe. And Sharpener Blast looks way better when you have an Astro. What is this? This is going to be fun for sure. I don't know what they could be playing, like Scarecrows? Could be anything. So next time we probably play the Scrap Heap unless we need to remove something. Okay, so they are playing Changelings. Interesting. I wonder what are they playing really? Okay, so let's plan out our turns. We can play Scrap Heap Scrounger. Then next turn have like Abbot of Kirkheap and Bolt something, or Bolt and Shrapnel Blast. I really don't know what they are playing, and that's the scary part here. I mean, like if they have a payoff like right now, like they could be like the Bears of whatever. Let me check that card. Rifle Bears. I don't remember exactly the name of the card. This one. Creates a 2/2 and any number of shapeshifters become 4/4s. So for that reason, I would like to remove some threats if they have that card, which they probably have. But they can also do that next turn too. Yeah, I think I just play the Scrap Heap and pass. Next turn, if they do nothing, like my play could be probably just Abbot and Chain Lightning. Oh, that's cool. So they can basically cantrip every changeling they find, which is cool. So they want to be grinding here probably. So do I want to start removing threats? It's an interesting question. I think we just Abbot first, see what we flip. Also wait on that. We can play like Ice Hate Golem and nothing else. Hold like Shrapnel Blast. Let's see. If I attack with the Scrap Heap, that probably trades with the Automaton, which is not great. So I think we will try to blow that up. Start with the Abbot. Okay. Get land. Shoot this thing. Okay, they do not have protection, so we can swing for 3. That's great news. Then next turn we can probably open some path with the Shrapnel Blasts, depending on what they have here. Sylvan Caryatid, Birds of Paradise. That's a weird set of cards to have here. They have a lot of ramp, right? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot. That's a lot. So I could play the Ginger Brute, give it can't be blocked, and use the Shrapnel Blast, but then I can't use my Ice Hide. I think I want to play the Ice Hide, so I think I'll just play the Ginger Brute. Attack with all. Offer a trade here. If they block the Ginger Brute, no, they block there, okay. Then I'll shoot them in the face, king the Astro, making our creature survive, hitting them for 5, a bit more. Now we play another creature. Weird that they didn't even block with the Caryatid. I would have guessed they would do so. Recording, right? Yes. Okay, so let's see what happens now. We have a lot of mana, so okay. Let's hope they don't have another Scarecrow. No, they do not. Okay. So let's see. Attack with all, they block the 3-2 for example. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 5. Yeah, that should be enough. I will not even show my lands. Just swing. So this is a cool brew. I think they didn't run off shapeshifters basically. But if they had a follow-up for this, it would have been awesome. Now the mana dorks make some sense. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So we accept this, then we shoot them in the face, sucking the probably just the crap heap. We have a counterspell for this? No, okay. We could play like the Dragon Skull and bounce it back. Alright, so against this weirdness, what do we want? Not sure. Not sure. We saw a couple of artifacts, right? We saw probably Astrolabe, Dragon's Horde, and the Reaper King, and the Changeling. So I think I want my Smash to Smithereens. Most of their things seems to be creatures, so Scapclan Berserker doesn't do much. Whip Flare kills Bobs. Still, that's it. Curse Scroll looks fine too. Not sure exactly what they are playing, right? So all of this looks just fine. Nothing looks like out of place, but probably got a couple of these. Maybe I not put in the card scroll. Move like so. The matchup can go a bit longer, so I think I prefer the Abbot in this matchup. They might have like some disenchants and such, but if they disenchant this, that's fine. But the Abbot really does do some things. So we have a lot of burn now. I'm seeing this Smash to Smithereens more as a burn spell with upside than anything else. I think they will have enough. Like we saw at least 12 and I suspect at least 16 artifacts. So that makes the Smash to Smithereens that much better. So that's my thought process behind that. Just a reminder, if you enjoy my videos, consider subscribing, liking, or whatever. If you are here watching this part of the video, that probably means you are enjoying it. And if you do so, if you leave a comment saying that that you enjoy my content is just awesome for me. I really enjoy talking about Magic. So if you have any comments, I also will be very glad to talk with you about Magic in the comment section. So feel free to do so. Alright, let's see what they have in store for us now. So in the first match we saw a lot of mana creatures. So if they play a Bobs, I probably kill it with the Galvanic Blast, I would say. We have 2 artifacts, but still, no, okay. Then in that case, just play the Stormkirk. They could have the answer in a Sylvan Caryatid, which we can't really do much about that. It's not a human, so they can't block the Stormkirk. And we can't kill it. Okay, and Automaton, it's okay. Wow, we draw all the burn in the world. So let's start with Chain Lightning. Let's see. Yeah, I will use the. No, wait. I will use this just in case. And then play the Ginger Brute. Swing for 2, put a counter. Okay, now we have a 2-2 and 1-1. This other 2-2, but we also have a lot of burn. 11 points of burn to be precise. Let's see. Okay, Fury Familiar is kind of very annoying. We will need to kill that too. That's a good draw. I will save my Galvanic Blast, I think. Yeah, you can cantrip this, that's fine. And here I will animate attack for 5. We leave them at 15. We still have a lot of pressure. So very familiar against burn is like pretty legit, honestly. A 2/2 blocks very well against my creatures, like it will trade with something. So I think if it's cyber, it's a really good cyber plan. I don't think they will have this in the main deck. What in the hell is this? It's a 2/4, that's really annoying too. Okay, they are playing it as a creature, right? So that's tutors legendaries. That's not what I expected to see, since the automatons and such aren't legendary. I could burn, like with 2 burn spells. I can also just swing and then kill it with a chain lightning or something. Let's see, I can make it unblockable, hit, play. Yeah, I like that plan. They need to block the Scott Tomkirk novel, there's no chance they don't block. And then I can finish it off. I think again with a chain lightning. Play my creature, just hope no wrath. Okay, that's a 1/2, so that doesn't really block that well. I think I'll just play this land first, animate here, and this is... It can reanimate the Filigree Familiar if they want to. Let's see what happens if they don't block here. They want to 5. I can also just shoot this right now. They can sacrifice it. Then I attack with 1, 2, 5, 5, 6, 7. Plus 3 is not enough. So let's just make this unblockable. Swing. They can block the Stormkirk and sack, but if they do that, they can't reanimate the Filigree Familiar next turn. Okay. Yeah, I think I have to bite the bullet. Probably made more sense to kill it pre-combat. They forgot. Yeah, they forgot to sacrifice it. That's kind of rough. Yeah. Oh, GG's. We still were in a good position, but I thought they had to sacrifice this to reanimate the Filigree Familiar. But no, they just can't tap it and return. That way, they always have blocker against light throw cards. So yeah. Okay, let's go to the next match. All right, last match of the league. Let's see, I'm recording. Nice. Last match of the league against Heath, I would say. Segunda fan, I forgot. And let's see, I have a couple of 1-drops. I'm on the draw and I have a couple of redraws. This guy is kind of... doesn't do much. I think I'll keep it though, like, just I have a good curve here, 1, 2, 3. And I have these cycles if I don't find it. Of course, the second Surgo is not great. And not having lands is not great. I would prefer to have lands over over Argum's play, but I think it's fine here. And I will for sure start with an Iron Clorks here, turn 1. And then see what happens. If I draw a land in the next 2 draw steps, then I can play this Crab Heap. What I like about this deck is that it plays a lot of lands, actually. It plays more lands than I'm used to. And that's because the creature lands are so great. They are threats and lands. So if you flood out a bit, it's not big deal. So okay, that's not great. Honestly, I don't want to be spending my time casting astrolabes. But maybe my opponent just uses the second turn to remove my Sergo, in which case we're in a good spot. We have 2 draw steps more to find a land, so if we find a land we can play like Sergo and Astro, depending on what happens. Seems like they do not do much. Okay, that's fine. Let me close Discord because my computer is going a bit slow. Yeah, I know it. Yeah. That normally helps. And we'll start by attacking, see what happens. Just in case I somehow need to Galvanic Blast person, that's not the norm, but sometimes. Nice. So yeah, in this case I will just play another Astro. That's fine, we spend 1 turn setting up. Now we have a lot of mana. Next turn we can do Abbot, see what we flip. Hopefully it's a land. Normally the best, Abbot is best when you have like a land in hand in this deck. And that's because you can flip a land or a 1-drop. And that's more out like right now. And here I will do this pre-combat. So if we flip a land, we play that and the Gingerbrute. I think I'm going to play Gingerbrute almost no matter what, unless we flip another 1-drop. See. Chain Lightning. Sure, in that case I will attack and Chain Lightning their face. Okay, they seem to have removal, maybe. Dire Tactics. Okay, they take some damage, that's fine with me. Sadly, we didn't play the Chain Lightning first, but I think that's still correct. Also, if I play the Chain Lightning, they probably just respond to that, so doesn't make that much sense. So they go to 13. We have a lot of cards in hand. We have Metalcraft soon, so Galvanic Blast is going to be turned on. Yeah, we're in a good spot, I think. Canopy Vista. So there are 3 colors, seems to be absent. Siege Rhino is awful. It's the worst. The worst against us. At least they can't. We can play, so they can't really attack. That's a win, I guess. Sure, the blast does kill that, so we can do like shrapnel there. Attack with the brute and the Sergo. We don't need this much astrolabes. We have another one in hand, so I think we do that honestly, because if they have ephemerates, yeah, we need to do this. If we can do this, we will do this. So sorry, my computer is lagging a bit. Just kill that. Attack for 3. Let's just hope they don't have more Siege Rhinos. The problem with Siege Rhino in this format is that most decks are very fast. Like, you untapping on turn 4 is really good for you. It's like very difficult to untap on turn 4. And if your turn 4 doesn't do anything against combo, then I don't think it's that great. Of course, against us it's amazing. Against creature decks, it's pretty good. But yeah, basically you need to be against aggro for it to do something. Okay, Glittering Wish, that's interesting. Normally don't they I haven't seen Glittering Wish be used fairly. So let's see what they go for here. Probably some remove spell something. Camel, okay. Camel does block and I need to kill that too, so annoying. So let's see. I need to play an artifact before it, and I don't want to play Astrolabe because, you know. So let's start with the Scrappy. Okay. There it is. Just all this, they gain 2 life again. That was something they had in the Saber, so it makes sense for them to have it now. And we can swing for 3 more, but they continue to gain life. They gain like 5 life, things considered, so they're doing a fine job against us. But at the same time, we are able to keep the board clear. And next turn we can do Astrolabe into Galvanic Blast. That's 4 more damage, so that's 12, 8, and we have 6 on board, so that's not enough, but we are really close. Red Militant, that can trade with some of our stuff, it's fine. I prefer to trade there. This is probably a hero deck, yeah, it's probably just a hero deck. So, how's it called? Hero of Precinct 1. That card is very good against us too. It's a 2 mana 2/2 when you cast a spell that's 1 or more colors. You put a 1/1 creature token. Okay, so let's see. Gingerbrute is good. It's good. I think I'll start with the Astro. Let's see if we can close this up. Bastion. In that case, yeah, we can play this. Play the Brute. Swing with all of this. They can block the Scrap Heap, but that's fine. I prefer to do this because I have a 4 mana spell in my hand, so that's weird. Huh. It's really weird. I didn't expect them to trade with Surgo. They have a combat trick or something? Oh, removal spell, okay. Exile, that's annoying. Now I get it. Sure. We trade here too. I take only 2, which is great for them, but they are on the top deck. Should we play Surgo? What if they have a Wrath? No, we already have Frostwork Bastion, and I think I prefer to do this. We can end of turn, Galvanic Blast their face, they go to 6, then we have exactly enough to kill them. And since this costs 2 to activate, we couldn't dash this and activate this in the same turn, unless we draw a land, so. Okay. Yeah, let's just shoot their face. Take 4. And now a lot of our draws are lethal. We can trade a Scholar with the Surgo. I don't think they can block the Gingerbrute and be happy with that. So that's interesting. I could also just give the Gingerbrute some blockable and play the Scrounger. I can also just activate the Bastion attack with all. I think I like that. And doesn't make any sense to pay for gingerbread here, since we can only pay for one. So this we trade Sergo, that's fine. They can also block a gingerbread and go to 1. I don't think they will do that. They are dead to other gingerbroods. Oh wow, they're going to go for that. Interesting. Okay, go to 1. We have like 3 little lethal creatures on board. Have no idea what they can top deck here. Remember that gingerbread we can just pay to make it unblockable. Sure. So they are just basically conceding here. It's fine. They will make us do it, since we don't have anything to do. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Sorry about Modo, it's like lagging super hard. Okay, so they had a lot of different stuff. I think Whipfer is good. Experimental Frenzy looks very good. And the Berserkers too, like I think we want to go bigger. So all of these in for sure. And in considering the Whipfer, just in case we fall a bit behind with the heroes, we can put all of this in and remove some less impactful creatures. Let's see. Like, I don't think Stormcurve Noble is going to work that well. Wow, my computer is lagging super hard. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think this is fine. This also needs to connect. Yeah, I don't think these are good. So let's just remove this, bring the whip first. Then basically most of our creatures survive it except Sergo and Abbott. And we have the Experimental Frenzies for the late game. I'll go to the backbone real quick. Be right back. Alright. Let's go to the game number 2. Oh, sorry, I don't know what happened, but I think I don't have my saver. So let's see. Again, this is similar to the previous hand. I think I will we have a couple of draws. I will start probably with Sergo though. Oh, my Magic Online is lagging hard. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll start with Sergo. They can kill it if they want, that's fine. Yeah. I'll close other applications. Let's see what they have. Only a Gangland, that's fine. Nice. We can deploy Archon's Astrolabe and Gingerbread. Let's start with this first. I don't think there are many 1-mana removal spells in these colors. Maybe like Condemn, which could suck against us. Like, it's relatively good. And now next turn we have a decision if we go for Abbot or Scrappy. Really depends, honestly. I think I prefer to go for Scrap Heap. Just enabling our Galvanic Blast as fast as possible is good. Okay, more tablands, that's good for us. Glitter Wish. Okay, so the problem with the wish decks is that maybe they don't bring some stuff in for the wishes, and sometimes they will bring stuff in and they don't have a good uh, tutor target, so you always want to have something to tutor that's good enough in most situations, like a Siege Rhino. Yeah, let's see what we draw here. Ice Hide. That's better, since if we draw land, we can play that too. I think I will not do that. I think I'll just play the Scrappy. That also works better against a Wrath. Like, I don't want to be developing too far if I don't need to. I have no idea what Wrath they have. It's probably something like 3 mana, -2/-2 to all creatures or something like that. Maybe just OG Wrath of God, like what's it called, Day of Judgment. That's legal. So they could have that. And if they have that, then we have at least Scrap Heap in the graveyard. That's not too bad. If they go for Siege Rhino, that probably means they don't have a Wrath in hand. Sure. I think I'll just attack all and see what happens. If they block Gingerbrute, I can use Galvanic Blast mid-combat. Let's see, is there any chance they don't block? I don't think so. I think I just play Gingerbrute, attack all, see what happens. Use a Chain Lightning on the Siege Rhino because, yeah, 4/5 is just so big. Can block whatever they want. You have the choice. And this is fine too sometimes, just trading creatures for damage. Okay, they are going for that. Makes sense. I'll do it now just in case. I have no idea if there are cheap free spells in this format. Don't think so. Okay, there it goes, back to 12. Now if they end up and they have another Siege Rhino, then we are kind of in trouble. I can still attack with some of my creatures and trade 2 for 1 using the Chain Lightning or whatever to kill it, but that's not ideal, you know. Okay, they have another Siege Rhino. Let's see if we can beat this. The first one was beatable, this one is so difficult. Can also just start developing. Yeah, now that I've flipped the land, I think I want to do this. Let's see, flipping a Chain Lightning would be good, for example. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll just do this. Okay. And pass. They can attack if they want to. Then we can just smash. So I don't think they will attack. Hopefully they don't have another Siege Rhino. That would be so difficult to win. Hero. Okay. I also need to kill that. Siege Rhino I can live without, but I need to kill the hero. Okay. Land is not bad. I can make this unblockable. Attack all. I for sure have 3 to deal the Siege Rhino with the Chain Lightning. And just ignore this hero. The problem is if I ignore the hero, then they will have a lot of tokens. This is so difficult. I think I'll attack with everything except the Gingerbrute. And yeah, we will. They will eat some of our creatures. That's fine. They probably know I have a chain lightning. That's fine too. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Makes sense, I guess. They exile my creature. Of course. Weird that they did this way instead of doing that before blocking. Okay, that's nice. At least we have a couple of 2/2s which attack very well against this. So let's finish off the Rhino and play a couple of creatures. So this is not awful. Like, it's not great, but it's not awful. They are exactly what they want to be with the hero and all that, but at least they don't have a Siege Rhino. If they play a Siege Rhino, it's probably just game. Okay, that's impossible for us to win, honestly. Okay, at least I have a 2/2, so they can't really attack. I can chip in with the Ginger Brute. Thirst on my Golem, okay. They should attack there, I think. Okay, let's see what we have. Sergo, it's not great. Let's make this guy unblockable. Swing for 1. Just hope to draw all the Shrapnel Blasts, honestly. And pass because Sergo is legendary. So Ice Hide can block really well the opponent's humans. So at least they are not putting a lot of pressure against us. Second hero, okay. So my opponent is of overstanding, so I will bring for sure the Whip Flares for game 3. They can play another Rhino if they have it. Oh, okay. This destroys this permanent. Okay. Weird card to be playing. I think it works with the Rhino. Okay. Wow, that's aggressive. Oh, yeah, I can't really block there. That makes sense. Okay, so take some damage. Let's concede then. Okay. Sure. So let's see what we can bring from the board. This is taking so long. I think I'm going to restart Magic Online just for the third match here. This is impossible to play. Okay, so Experimental Frenzy in for sure. And Whip Flares. That's all. And remove probably... yeah, the Stormkirks. Yeah. So, okay, I'll submit and I restart Magic Online and get back to you when I can play because this is so laggy. Alright, match number 3. Sorry, game number 3 in the last match. Okay. So we would want to play first. As soon as Magic Online decides that's fine. Yeah, it just died. Okay. Magic Online never change. Okay, there it goes. So with this hand, I could keep. We can start with Astro. I think this is fine. I will keep it. It's kind of fiddly, but it's fine. I can also start with Ice Hide. Yeah, I think so. I don't need to start with the Astrolabe. I can wait a turn for that. Next turn we can do Astrolabe, try to hopefully flip into a land. Okay, top land, that's good for us. Interest Factory, eh? Yeah, that's a good draw. I probably should have played the Astro first, but just to conceal the information that my only hasty one drop is Gingerbread, but whatever, that's fine. Okay, let's play this. Another Astro, at least that fixes our mana. Okay, they just fetch a land and put it into their hand. They have these dual lands, that's probably what they are going to fetch, yeah. Okay, 2 top lands, that's great against us, for us, I mean. So here, I don't know what to do. I could play Abbot. Well, with this, I probably just play Abbot first. See what we can flip into. If it's a land, we can play that. If it's a 1-drop, okay, that's just lovely. The value. The problem is this value is like minimal in comparison with what our opponent is trying to do, trying to generate a lot of board presence. Next time we can start just shooting stuff, then play the following turn the Experimental Frenzy. I don't think they'll have much answers to that. Well, they have the Mortality Spear, so if they have that, it's kind of problematic hero. Okay, I will shoot that, given the chance. Seems that they have a 1-drop, so that's kind of annoying, but fine. Okay, let's see. Scrap Heap. So I can play Astro, Chain Lightning, and Scrap Heap. That looks fine. It's healed. And we can even attack with the Abbot, since he will trade with 2 things. It's not bad. Yeah, let's shoot this. Now, do I want to trade my Gingerbread with a token? Don't think so. I don't mind trading my Ice Hide, but I don't want to trade Gingerbread with a token, and I want to deploy my Scrap Heap. Since next turn we can play Land and Frenzy, probably just go with no cards in hand. Hopefully if they have a Mortality Spear, they use it this turn to kill my Abbot or something. Should I play a land before Experimental Frenzy? Honestly, I don't know the answer to that. I think I will, but I'm not sure. Okay, at least that's not a Rhino. Okay, they passed the turn. So they might have the absent charm. I don't remember exactly what it does. Give me 1 second. I think it draws cards, exiles something, and oh, draw 2, lose 2. Okay. Okay, so they can put 2 counters here, for example. That would make it a 4-3. So if I play my Frenzy, that should be enough to trigger this and make it a 3-2. So if they have it, they can exile one of our creatures, but at least not aided in combat. Okay, let's see what's on the top of my deck. Chelai. I can blow this up, or I can shoot their face. No, I think I want to be very aggressive here. Okay, let's put a stop on our upkeep. That's important to remember with Frenzy, to put a stop on your upkeep so you can use instants. Yeah, they probably just have the 2 counters on something. Here I want to trade things. If they want to block the Gingerbrute and go to 3, they can. They can also just exile my Abbot, block the Gingerbrute, take 3. All their tactics. Sure. It's not that bad. They still take 3 at least. Next turn we can do Shrapnel Blast using my Astro, and I can animate one of my creature lands. Should be enough. Okay, Scour Barrens. They have a lot of tap lands. There should be some untap lands in this mana base, I think. Looks very rough for them. Rhino, it's fine. So do I blow the Rhino up or their face? Let's see. Let's make some counts. So this deals 5, right? So we can use like the bastions here, or maybe Bastion Mountain. He have 3 lands. Now I think I just shoot the Rhino. Again, this I think makes the most sense to me. And Frenzy on top, that's good to draw because we always miss a draw with this. Nice, so let's shoot their face. This has Metalcraft. Okay, that's enough, I think. Yep. GG's. So their experimental frenzy pulled its quite like it drew like 1, 2, like 4 cards. I don't remember. It was pretty good. Okay, so that was it for this league. For 1, I think it's pretty good. Let me go over here. So some changes in the deck. Where it is? Okay. So some changes in the deck. I'm thinking, yeah, this is good. This is really good. I think it works. I think we want to rebalance our 2 drops. Like I was not happy with Abbot or Scrappy in some matchups. In some matchups like the last one, either was pretty good because it's card advantage, it's resiliency, it's a big threat and all that. But against some decks, it's like I don't want to be, flipping cards and marginal value. I want to be like having the most aggressive creature I can have. So one of the thoughts I had was to remove the abbots and add like a Shege Kenra or something like that in the main deck. Something that can push through damage, have haste, and also a bit resilient, but like really pushes the advantage. The abbot is like it's good in the mirror, it's good in matchups where the value is important, but I don't think that's our plan A. I think our plan A is to just have a lot of damage real quick, make so every Shaman Blast, every Galvanic Blast is lethal, so we maximize our chances of just top decking lethal in the exact moment we want to. And yeah, that's basically it for me. So thank you so much for watching, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, and see you next time.